such a blessing about fasting is you realize you are the medicine, and you sit with your emotions and you sink into them a little bit, and then you move through them. Getting crazy today, guys. Getting wild with all these health shots. Shake it up. Hey friends, good morning. Welcome to another vlog. I'm just getting up. I got up about maybe an hour ago, and I journaled, meditated, and did my little morning ritual routine, and now I'm just sitting here in bed. I'm fasting today. I fasted yesterday, and I had a really good sleep last night, which was really good, knowing that my body is rejuvenating. I had one of those sleeps where I woke up and I didn't remember where I was or what I was doing. So whenever that happens, I'm always like, yeah, we had a deep sleep. But to be quite honest, I'm really sad right now. I'm feeling quite sad. Sadness is present. It was really present yesterday because yesterday was the day that Blair left back to Canada. And as you guys know, Blair is like basically my best friend here. And it's just been really amazing having someone so awesome the last almost 3 months now in Bali. I feel like Blair really taught me and showed me how to take care of myself in Bali and Indonesia in general. I feel like I know so many things because of him, and I've had an abundant first few months here because he so kindly, so generously showed me everything, and we just always had great times. We'd always just go for cacaos and have super abundant days, and so I'm feeling it. And it was such a sad goodbye. It was like a very long, drawn out, like, stabbing in the heart yesterday, but that's okay. Everyone's on their journeys, and this is what happens when you're a nomad and you live in, let's say, an expat hotspot. It would only be natural that it's a transient place. If I felt that way a little bit in Rome too, but the thing is, I'm always the one who leaves. So now I was on the other side of that, and I saw that that is much worse. I feel like leaving somewhere, like when I left Toronto to Bali, it was like, yeah, I'm going on an adventure. So there was this excitement that was present. Although there were sad moments, there was more excitement and thrill versus being on the other side of this when someone's just this abundant, beautiful part of your life, and then they leave, and seeing Blair's place empty and like cleaned out and everything yesterday, and when I went to say goodbye, I was just like, this is a lot. This is a lot. So anyways, I'm fasting. I fasted yesterday, gonna fast today, gonna fast tomorrow, and then we'll see how long I'm gonna go. Yeah, I just thought I would vlog and share the real life feels. Just about to watch the last episode of Never Have I Ever. Let me know if you guys have watched it. It's totally bingeable. Thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome. How's your day going? I'm sure I will. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Okay, so this is what we've got. We got sugarcane, and I will also show you the Instagram and number. If you guys are in Bali, you can just stop the video and screenshot that. If you're in Ubud, I guess I should say. This is the ginger tonic, which is sugarcane, ginger and lime, coconut water, pure ginger, and pure turmeric. So I'm gonna take some shots. I'm just gonna do a hefty ginger shot. I haven't actually drank anything today, so this is full up to here. This is just a coffee cup because I don't have shot glasses, but we're gonna do this. That was actually the ginger tonic, actually, so that was sugarcane, lime, and ginger, but still quite spicy. I guess I owe it to you guys to do a ginger shot, like I said. This baby must be the ginger. Gotta shake it up. Okay. Oh, this looks much more potent. Bottoms up, amores. We're doing this. Whew. Whew. This day is turning around, okay? Hey guys, so I went out and about today and I'm just at WAYAN'S coconut juice bar here in Ubud. Got myself some coconut water and I just ordered a watermelon lime juice and a couple of papaya leaf shots. So I'll show you when those come out because papaya leaf is very good for you. Let me know down in the comments if any of you have ever tried it before, but it's basically like an antiseptic for inside of your body. So I got 2 shots of that just to, you know, help my body process anything it might need to process. So my shots came in a bag because I'm actually, I guess, not supposed to sit here and drink them, but this is the watermelon lime, came in a glass bottle, which is nice, and the coconut water, and we will go back to my place to have these. Back at home with my papaya leaf juice shots, and I'm gonna put them into a mug again so we can take some shots together. Getting crazy today, guys, getting wild with all these health shots. I feel really good today. I actually went out and saw some friends, which felt so good, so nice, just to have some good conversations, good vibes, especially when everything around you kind of feels a little bit, you know, like the weather's been a bit low. I've been feeling a bit low, a bit sad, you know, so it just felt good to be around people who are just positive so we could talk about things that we're excited about in the future and all that good stuff. So here are the papaya leaf juice shots in bags. I'm gonna put them into the cup. And the other one. One thing that I was reflecting on this morning when I was meditating, it was about emotions and how, imagine you have this energetic set point, this energetic precedent of which you live your life, and this temple that is your body has this natural vibration to it, and you continually up-level your consciousness. But in order to up-level your consciousness, there needs to be different visitors that come in to challenge you, to help you move through resistance, to help you grow. So in my temple, I was thinking, okay, well, this morning when I was meditating, I'm like, in my temple right now, what I feel is sadness, is just visiting for a little while. And the key to that is visiting, right? It means like it's here right now, but it's not always going to be here. It's not going to be here to the same extent it was, you know, like it was later today, right now, for example, or it's not going to be there to the same extent it's tomorrow or a week from now. We're just naturally always evolving, so thus we need different visitors to help show us and reflect back to us how we are growing and transforming. And with that sage wisdom, I'll take my shot of sage wisdom power, health power. I need to make sure, actually I need to make sure that the coconut water is nearby because this is very potent. Papaya leaf juice is tray bitter. But so good for you. Whew. Good morning, guys. It is the next day now. So I had an amazing sleep. I went to bed. For sure, I was passed out sleeping by 8 p.m. and I woke up at 7:45 a.m. So I can definitely tell in this fast, more than any other fast, that my body has actually gone into this deep rest period much faster, and I'm really appreciating that because I feel really good. I feel very trusting of the fast this time, and I feel like it's a lot easier. Easier in the sense that I trust my body and my body knows what it's doing, and that's probably come from the work that I've done with Kambo as well, because that's been really facilitating this beautiful connection with the self, with the body that I have not had before. There was some emotional processing last night though. I felt a little bit annoyed, I felt a little bit sad again, and I felt a little bit alone again. So there was those feelings that were arising, and it was so funny because my brain was like, screw this, let's order a pizza. And it's so funny how those thoughts come in whenever you're feeling discomfort. The brain just goes to food as this substance to numb the emotions rather than to work through them, because there's no way out than through. And this is what's such a blessing about fasting, is you realize you are the medicine, and you sit with your emotions and you sink into them a little bit, and then you move through them. and the layer is released, and you no longer have to feel that to the same depth that you felt before. So yeah, it's just so interesting because anytime that discomfort does arise, that's what shows up. I also found myself feeling very restless, like I was trying to watch a documentary on YouTube and nothing was interesting me. I didn't really feel like reading because I kind of had a headache, and I just was restless. I just had to sit with myself in that way, and then I just surrendered to the sleep that wanted to happen. My body just wanted to sleep. So yeah, I'm getting some juices delivered shortly. I'll show you guys what I got, and then I'm actually gonna go to the spa to do sauna, steam room, cold plunge, and that will really get the lymphatic system moving, which is amazing to do when you are fasting, because it just helps to release those toxins. So really helping facilitate this transformation in this mini fast that I'm doing. I don't think I'm gonna do any longer than 5 days. We'll see how I feel at the end of today. Today's day 3. 3 days was my minimum, so yeah, we'll see. Hi, thank you so much. Thank you. I'll order some more tomorrow too. Yeah. My fast today. I ended up breaking my fast with some dragon fruit, and then I ended up getting a miso soup from Alchemy this afternoon. So I'm feeling really good, and intuitively it just felt like time to end the fast. I feel like I got what I came for, and I felt that this morning. Big things that I learned from this fast was that fasts don't have to be a long time to bring you back to yourself. I wanted to process my emotions, and I wanted to come back to myself, that feeling that I am unstoppable, that I trust myself, that I trust the universe, really coming back to love in a new way. And what was so beautiful about this fast was, you know, the last one I did was 12 days, so it was a pretty long stint, the longest that I've ever done on a fast. And so I felt like, you know, I could do longer if I wanted to, but intuitively this morning when I woke up, I just felt like I processed so many emotions the last 3 days. There wasn't this waiting period of me going into my emotions. I think it actually helped that Blair left the day that I started my fast, because that essentially was the gateway for me to start to access deeper suppressed emotions around sadness or anything else that was coming up. So I cried every single day of the last 3 days, and it felt so good, because there's a lot that's suppressed that we don't really realize. And for me personally, I feel like when I'm called to fast is when I can kind of sense that there's some emotions coming to the surface. There's some triggers that are happening. There's some heaviness that I want to work through. And the fast just helps you get back to yourself so much faster. There's nowhere to run and hide when you're on a fast. So you sit with yourself and you process your own emotions, and you realize how strong you are and how strong your body is. And it's just this beautiful relationship that you cultivate with yourself through fasting. Like, I felt this 3 days was so easy. I'm so grateful for it. And I'm so grateful that I always have fasting in my spiritual toolkit, if you will, to bring me back to me, bring me back to my unstoppable energy. And I wrote out a few of the different themes that showed up. So there was a missing and longing for Italy and Italian food. That came up last time as well. Feelings of sadness, like I said, Blair left, and that sort of was the gateway into different feelings of sadness. Feelings of discomfort, anytime that discomfort arises in any way, whether that's annoyance or frustration or not understanding something, the mind always seems to search for food. That's a common theme that I've experienced. And I had feelings of feeling alone but not lonely, just feeling very alone in a foreign country by myself, not knowing anyone, just making this leap of faith. Like, I just felt this constant reminder of you're alone, but not feeling lonely, feeling totally okay with the fact that I am solo, independent on this journey. And then there was this F it energy, not gonna swear because YouTube, but I had this energy where I was just like, you know what, screw this. I could order a pizza if I wanted to on Gojek, the delivery service. If I wanted to order a pizza right now, I could. And so there was this like wanting to sabotage myself energy that showed up. Then there was inner child work and memory processing. So sitting with myself in meditation allowed for some memories to show up, allowed for some crying, which I'm going to get to next, some inner child stuff to show up, which was very good because ultimately that's the integration that needs to happen for me to move into my next level life. Then we had surrendering, right? I felt like, especially after the crying, that I was continually just surrendering and surrendering and surrendering to the discomfort, surrendering to the fact that I am not in control. And that's a common theme. And the surrendering allows you to lean more into trust, which then is ultimately where I am now. Feeling very trusting, very loving, very in my energy. And I wrote, coming back to myself, remembering who I am, and feeling unstoppable. So I feel like I processed a lot over the last 3 days. And actually one thing that I feel like which led me to breaking my fast today was that I got totally sucked in to a book. And this book is called Nowhere Girl, and it's actually written by my friend Cheryl Diamond, who I met Cheryl in Rome. And I always knew she was a brilliant, like amazing, very special human being, but I had no idea about her story. So Cheryl was actually born into a fugitive family. So by the age of 6, she had lived in 5 different continents under 6 assumed identities. She was born into a family that was being chased by Interpol. So she was born under a false identity and continued to have her identity changed by her parents to keep them safe. And this story, absolutely incredible. I can't even remember the last time where a book pulled me in and I just surrendered to that book all day. Like you guys saw, I was gonna go to the spa yesterday, and while I was waiting for my juice, they told me they were coming a little bit later, I decided, oh, you know what, I'm gonna read another chapter of Cheryl's book. All of a sudden, sucked right in. I read it all day until 9:30 at night when I finished the book. And this book was very powerful. I feel like very powerful for this fast as well, because Cheryl's journey is not only like thrilling and exciting, and this is, hands down, is a book that I recommend everyone read. Whether you're into like real life stories, dramas, this is a true story. And it also was all about her healing and processing journey. I mean, it definitely has some heartbreaking parts and moments, but to witness this woman's strength and everything that she overcame. And you know, at one part of the book, we come to understand that because of all of this unsolved, unresolved trauma inside, it manifested an illness of the body, which again is a theme that I feel like I keep telling you all. We must process our emotions and our feelings and our trauma, make peace with the past if we don't want to carry it into our future. Because if we suppress these things, they will manifest themselves as sickness and dis-ease in the body. So it's very important to cultivate this relationship with ourselves, which I'm presently cultivating right now. I'm no expert, but everything that I'm doing, I'm very intentionally working on deepening this connection with my body. And so each time, I mean, that book itself, like I was crying, I was smiling, I was laughing, I was going through emotions with it. But that also acted as another gateway. As Cheryl's sharing her trauma, I was connecting it to different aspects of my trauma and the abuse that she experienced. I was connecting to abuse that I'd experienced, and that allowed me to purge and to like let go of it in a new way. Sometimes, you know, these things are beautiful gateways for us, right? And just like Blair leaving was another gateway, right? I also had this book that was allowing me to bring up and process emotions and make connections. So yeah, highly recommend. I'm going to leave the book down below. I hands down recommend this to everyone. Doesn't matter like where you live, what your background is, where you're coming from. This is a thrilling, amazing, beautiful, beautiful story. Hands down one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. And I guess I'll wrap it up at that. I had the whole list here. I want to make sure I touch on everything, and now I realize I've already been talking for like a lot. So anyways, yeah, just to close it out, I just want to say a fast doesn't have to be a long period of time. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you go in intentionally and you're willing to sit with yourself and you're willing to look at your emotions, you can come out on the other side liberated to a new level. And fasting will always be in my spiritual toolkit. I feel so good right now. Love you guys.